Hey everybody, so in today's video I'm basically just going to be breaking down my goals into a few separate categories, and in the beginning of each section I want to just talk about where I'm at right now and where I plan on being at by the end of the year. I would like to do these sort of update videos every once in a while just to help me track my progress, see where I'm at, see where I end up being after a short period of time, as well as being more engaging with everybody here. I think it might be a good way just to kind of show more of my personal journey and how I'm choosing to be better and how I'm taking those steps to better my life and my journey in life. So, if these sort of little update videos are interesting to you guys, I would love to do them periodically. As of right now, I'm filming this in late August, so whenever this comes out, I should still have a few months left at the end of the year. So I'll basically be able just to see, like I said, where I'm at right now and how much progress I've made towards my goals by the end of this year. So in December, maybe the beginning of January, I'll make another update video if you guys would like that. But with all that out of the way, I just want to get right into everything. The first stuff I want to talk about is like the general health and physicality. As of right now, I stand at just over 6 feet tall and I weigh about 175 pounds. My end of year goal for my weight is to more consistently be in the low 180s. I am sometimes getting the upper 170s, but I'm struggling to get past this sort of plateau with my weight gain. I'm just struggling to reach the ceiling of 180. So I would like to surpass that and get into the low 180s. I'm not trying to gain like 20 pounds in just a couple months. Be kind of cool, but I'm trying to be realistic. Get in the low 180s in these next couple months. I feel like it's pretty doable. So to achieve this, I am trying to sleep more and be more consistent with my caloric intake, especially with my protein. I've been taking more steps to better food prep and make sure I have more good food easily accessible. I think one of the main hindrances is just not having a lot of like quality protein-based food just ready to eat. So I've been taking more time just prepping quality protein-dense meals, and I've also been doing a great job just staying away from unhealthy snacks and sweets and unhealthy drinks. Like I don't drink soda, rarely eat candy, stuff like that. So that's been good. The other side of the weight gain process, obviously, is lifting weights and other workouts. So I've been consistently able to lift like 3 to 5 days a week, usually for about 45 minutes to an hour or so. My work schedule is pretty inconsistent, so there's days where I just don't have enough time to go to the gym until late at night, or there's even days where I'm just not able to hit the gym at all because the gym will close early and I would just be working during the limited time that it is open, unfortunately. So need to make sure that when I am there, that I'm using my time very wisely, that I'm pushing myself with intense workouts, and that I'm just not just lifting light weights for like half an hour, just kind of wasting time. Like, it's better than nothing, but I need to be pushing myself if I want to grow my muscles and get stronger and bigger eventually. So I just need to keep making sure that I'm training hard and pushing myself when I can. So I can't just spend my time dilly-dallying or wasting time not pushing myself. At the same time, I also box. I go to my local boxing gym a few days a week, usually like 2 to 4 days in a week, because the class times are limited right now. So again, because of my work schedule, I can only go so many times in a week. My goal is to be closer to 200 pounds and then cut some weight through intense training to be at a more athletic, lean build. Earlier this year, I did have nose surgery to fix an issue that was impairing my breathing for a long time. I've always had chronic sinusitis that made me turn into a mouth breather, so I wasn't getting as good sleep at night. I was developing sleep apnea, and just it was impairing my need to constantly get oxygen in, because when you're mouth breathing, it's kind of harder to intake oxygen a lot. So to help with that, I've been working on some breathing exercises, sinus rinsing, as well as just a lot of endurance training, focusing on breathing through my nose to help train the muscles so that the nasal breathing becomes the norm again. So that's just something I've been working on. Because of this nasal surgery, I haven't been doing any real sparring lately this year, just to give my nose plenty of time to heal, because it was expensive, and I don't want to pay for another nose surgery. So I was letting it heal for a long time, be in a good, healthy state. So I've been hoping that that hasn't impacted my timing and my movement as much, but I think it has a little bit. Um, so I just need to make sure that I'm not neglecting these essential skills with my footwork and head movement and just timing in general. The goal with boxing is to stay athletic, build good footwork, obviously know how to hit and not get hit. Boxing's a great martial art. It's a great defensive martial art, in my opinion. It's definitely helped me out a lot in life. I definitely recommend that to most people for sure. My boxing gym is a good community with good people, so it's also really good for my mental health just to be around a lot of like-minded people, people from different backgrounds, just enjoy some good times with each other. It makes my day better for sure. To finish off the health section, I've been doing a good job taking my vitamins every day. I usually start my day with a multivitamin, some vitamin C, a fish oil capsule, and some creatine. I also take some magnesium at night to help with sleep and recovery. Overall, I definitely feel like my health has improved since the beginning of this year, and I hope that I will continue to grow and stay healthy through the rest of the year. This next section I want to go over is the financial one. I am going to keep this somewhat brief just because I don't want to talk about personal details of my finances. But earlier this year, I started my Roth IRA for my retirement and later opened a brokerage account. And I'm continuing to learn more about stocks and just general finances. I also opened a high yield savings account. I should be getting a raise pretty soon, which should be good. This might not sound like a lot or very impressive to some people, but before this calendar year, I didn't really know that these things existed when I'm talking about like the high yields and the Roths and all that kind of stuff. So just having those and like seeing growth come from them it's been a huge development for me. I've been taking some really good steps with that, I feel like. So I've learned a lot thanks to YouTube and ChatGPT. I also recently read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, which I found very insightful and interesting. Another thing I'm trying to learn more is Spanish. I do Duolingo lessons every day. I have been for the past 200 days now. So I'm trying to slowly learn more words and phrases, and just get that practice in every day, even just for a short period of time. That way, I just keep up the habit and the reminder every day. The area that I'm in has a lot of Hispanics. There's a good amount of people that don't speak a lot of English. So, between work, boxing, and just like the overall community, I'm around a lot of Mexicans. Um, so I try to learn more Spanish just to help better communicate with some people. I feel like that's just an important skill to have. Learning a second language is, I think, very important for communication, obviously, especially if you're trying to go to another country like Mexico or Spain, where most people there speak Spanish. So it's useful to know the language of wherever you're at. I'm hoping to improve my understanding of Spanish and to develop proper conversations so I can be a better communicator in both English and Spanish. Moving on to the creative side of things. So I am an amateur filmmaker. I have a regular film channel that I can link somewhere in case anyone's interested in that. I like making short films, and I have a couple on this channel, I think, by now, that I think are important enough to share here. This year I made a total of 3 short films so far, and 2 of which I made pretty much just by myself. For Bob, the only exception with that is I had a friend do the voice for Bob, which was awesome. I'm hoping to do another short film before this year's over. Hopefully like a bigger project. I've always wanted to make movies ever since I was a kid, so I do regularly try to write scripts, work on ideas that could be used for like a feature-length movie someday. I'm currently working on a couple different feature scripts, so I'm hoping to make some really good progress by the end of the year. Hopefully I'll create a feature screenplay that I'm happy with. Maybe I can try to sell it or develop it on my own for my first feature-length film. Either option sounds great to me. The other main creative thing is this channel, obviously. For a little while, I've been creating a bit of a backlog of videos to try to take a proper swing at this thing on YouTube. I think that Be Better is important, and if I can, help grow this thing into something kind of special, that'd be really nice. If I can just help another person besides myself to improve, to learn and grow, then I am definitely doing something right. And I'm just hoping that, like I said, this channel can help myself and others to grow and improve as people. I've got a lot of different ideas that I think could work together, and I A lot, I think, that applies to the whole be better thing. So yeah, as this channel grows, I hope to cover what I call certain pillars of improvement. These key pillars are the most important things I think that someone can actively work on to better in their life. These pillars would be things like financial, physical, mental, and spiritual health. Some of the pillars definitely interlink, but they are just key general areas that I think we can all work on, since they are what directly affects our overall health and our ability to survive and grow. So if that's something that interests you, if these type of videos feel interesting at all, feel free to stick around. Check out some of the other videos on this channel. Feedback is always appreciated. So feel free to, drop some comments about certain things below, talk about things that you guys are working on. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Appreciate you guys watching. Like I said before, if this type of stuff is interesting to you guys, please let me know. I would love to do more of these. But that's going to be it for me today, guys. I hope everybody has a great day today. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.